So these Kwara State Polytechnic students, Adamawa Favour and Oreoluwa Davis, just killed a man accidentally. Let's get into the story. The victim, Mr. Adeniyi Ojota, was a socialite who owned several clubs and restaurants. Now, prior to this entire event, he had been asking for sexual relationship from Adamawa Favour. We just call her Favour. He has been asking for sexual relationships from Favour, which she had declined countless number of times. And because of this, she wasn't able to financially benefit from their relationship or whatever they had going on. So at that time, she was a staff in one of his hotels. Then when she quit working for him, he stopped meeting her financial needs entirely. During the interview she had with the police officer, she had explained that there was a time she needed money for rent. There was a time she needed money for rent, and then she asked him for it, but he stopped taking her calls, he stopped responding to her messages. Then after a while, when he figured she might have sorted out that particular issue, he started calling her back. So she took this issue to her friend, and she was like, this man wants sexual relationship with me, and I really don't want to have anything to do with him, but I'm in need of money. What would you have me do if you were in my situation? So the friend Oreoluwa had advised her to steal from the man. So they had this entire plan of having a threesome with him. That was the idea of having a threesome with him, but their intention is going there to steal from him. So they proposed this idea to him that would like to have a threesome with you, BDSM. When the man saw the friend, that is Oreoluwa, he liked her instantly and he accepted. So they hatched their plan. They had the plan to carry out all of this in his car, because they felt if they were to have sex with him in the car, it will have to be in a place that is, quiet and lonely without people and all of that, so they can safely carry out their operation. But when the day arrived, he took them to a building that looked like a motel. And that was when they realized that having sex with him in the car was no longer an option. So they had to re-strategize and replan the entire thing. So when they got to the room and they went to the bathroom to freshen up and all of that, she asked her friend, and she was like, what do we do now that the entire thing has changed? So they were like, just have to replan themselves. So the man had already ordered alcohol for the girls, but he refused to take for himself. He was like, he doesn't need alcohol to get in the mood. He's very much okay, but they should take alcohol so that they can be in the mood for whatever is going to happen. So the friend started by tying up his hand and his legs. Then she had the responsibility to tie up his mouth with an handkerchief. They wanted to do that so that in case they start carrying out their operation and he tries to scream, it will be muffled and people will not know what is going on in the room. But when she tried to tie up his mouth, she panicked and she was frightened, and then he instantly refused. He was like, he doesn't need all of that. Tying his hand and his leg alone is enough. So she wasn't able to tie his leg. So the friend brought out the Refnol. They went with Refnol. They went with this knife that bakers used to cut cake. They went with that knife, and they went with ropes. So the friend brought out the Refnol that they had brought with them and tried to slip it into his mouth, which he refused. He was like, he doesn't need all of this. He's very much okay to go. He doesn't need Refnol to put him in the mood. But the reason why they went with Refnol is so that he can sleep off and they can just easily carry out the operation without any stress. But during the course of this, while the friend was trying to tie him up with the Refnol in his mouth and all that, the girl Favour herself was checking around, and she realized that the man did not carry cash around with him or anything like that. It was just his phone, which she signaled the friend. So the friend then took his phone and tried to place it on his face, so his face ID can unlock the phone. That was when the man became alerted and started screaming, and they had no idea he was able to loosen himself. Then he started hitting the friend. Then the friend took pillow and they used it to press his face, trying to muffle his scream. In the process of that, they were struggling, and after a while, everywhere became silent. So she was telling her friend that she feels like he's faking it, so that when they let their guard down, he's going to attack them. So they left that pillow on his face for a while. They took his phone, took the rope, took the knife, and the refnor that they came with, and they left. While at the door, the friend said she saw his eyes open. So they went back and they were like, please wake up, wake up, wake up. We're already going. We had no intention of hurting you. When the man did not respond, they left. Now on the 6th of October 2023, police operation apprehended the girls at Mowe Ibafo, Ogun State. When police apprehended them, the girls felt they were being arrested for, stealing his phone and all that. But police broke the news to them that the man had died. So right now, the girls are being charged with robbery and murder.
Hitting my friend. So as I started hitting my friend and started shouting, she took the pillow and placed it over his face to muffle his screams from shouting. So like during everything, suddenly he just went calm, and like as he went calm, I got down from there and I asked my friend that like I think this man is pretending because like he wants us to like let our guard down, and he will try to stand up and try to hurt us again. So I kept telling my friend that I think he's pretending to be asleep, So my friend,
at the end of the day, you discovered that he's dead.
We did not discover he was dead until when the police apprehended us.
How? You went in with everything to kill him.
No sir,
with what you
no sir, the kitchen knife in question, even when he held it onto his hand, I tried to break it and bend it from my hand. It didn't cut him. It didn't cut me too. It was totally blunt, and that was why we took it.
Are you happy with what has happened?
No sir.
Yes,
sir.
Is that the first time?
Yes sir, that was the first time ever that we've even tried to steal from anybody.
Okay, now you did it together. You regret any of this action?
Yeah, sure, regret.
What will you tell other ladies that are looking for money?
I would say they should be patient. God will always intervene and break through, of course, and not to just go for any man because of money.
I know so many people have voiced out their respective opinion on this particular case, but I'm just going to add my 2 cents. Okay. But here's what I think. In as much as we are striving to make money and all of that, in as much as we are all hustling to make money, because I think we are all money oriented in this world, in as much as that is our primary goal, I think we still need to remind ourselves that money is the root of all evil. Now, if she didn't want to have anything sexual to do with him, I think the best idea would have been avoiding him entirely, because now they walked into this entire situation with the intention of stealing from him, but now they are being accused of murder. We should try as much as possible to avoid situations like this. If a person is asking you out and you know the person's intention and you know you can't fulfill their intention, I know that in some cases saying no is still not enough, but the best you can say is no. Okay, if you say you're in need of money, that is why you decide to do it. What's going to happen to you now? You've lost your future. There's no way in heaven that you can get your life back, the life you had before this entire incident. There's no way you can get it back. Actions have consequences, and then for the victim involved, this is such an embarrassing way to leave this world. I have a question for our legal aunties and uncles. Since they walked into this situation with the intention of stealing and not the intention of committing murder, do you think they should be charged with first or second degree murder? Or do you think they should be charged with murder at all in the first place? What's your opinion?